Thank you, Diane. New tonight, amid a record-breaking flu season, many of us have suffered through stuffy sinuses, fevers, and exhaustion. And a Midland family thought their 2-year-old was one of them.
That was until they found themselves praying for his survival. TV5's Trey Harris shares their story.
Yes, strong. Yes, Jesus was me.
This is Elliot, an energetic, joyful little boy who just days ago was playing with his favorite books. But within just days, this bright-eyed 2-year-old was fighting for his life. It started out as nothing more than the flu, but it soon took a terrifying turn. His family rushed him to urgent care where he was diagnosed with strep throat and put on antibiotics. But his symptoms got worse and his family had to rush him to the ER here in Midland, which then turned into rushing him to Hurley's pediatric ICU.
I had been informed that he had been exposed to strep A and RSV because kids around him had tested positive for both of those.
Elliot's mother, April Geyer, tells us Elliot was put on a ventilator and then airlifted to U of M where he was put in a medically induced coma. Doctors diagnosed him with a rare severe progression of strep A, leading to scarlet fever, toxic shock syndrome, and organ failure. They call it a medical storm, one that nearly took his life.
Elliot is kind of on the recovery end of the toxic shock syndrome that he experienced. We're starting a rehabilitation with speech and OT.
Geyer says their family was initially told it was just a common illness, something that happens to kids all the time. But now they're urging parents to take symptoms seriously and push for further testing if something doesn't feel right.
You take your kid in to the doctor and you know something's wrong, follow your gut, get that test. If they push back harder, get that test.
Geyer adds if they can help just one family avoid what they've been through, the message is worth it.
It's been terrifying. Something that I had all the time as a kid. I had strep a couple times growing up, and I had no idea that it could cause something so severe and something so significant in such a short amount of time.
Elliot remains in critical condition with weeks of recovery ahead. His family is holding on to hope and using his story to remind parents, trust your gut, ask questions, and never hesitate to seek further medical attention. In Midland, Trey Harris, TV5.
A GoFundMe has been set up to help with medical expenses.
And for those looking for more information on that GoFundMe, as well as strep symptoms and warning signs, you can go to our hot links section on WNEM.com.